If you live in an area where your water utility company, or possibly you may have a well, has what I call lower quality water, which means it's going to be high in calcium, high in lime, and depending on if you have metal pipes under your house, you may have rust in your lines too, which will give you a real reddish looking ring, especially in the toilet stuff. But there's a ways to dealing with this, because it leaves deposits so bad that a lot of people just get new faucets or new toilets and stuff because the stains are so bad that you think it's ruined. But you can use a chemical. The most popular one is called CLR, which stands for calcium line rust remover. There are other brands, which my favorite is ZEP, because you can get ZEP at local stores, but you can order it online. I order mine from Amazon usually because it's free shipping. It's a little over $25, I think. But ZEP is a concentrated form, so you can. What I do is I mix it in a spray bottle with a little bit of water, and to get rid of all the stains, especially like on my shower doors. I use it in my kitchen sink. Now there are what I call home remedies, your home chemicals that you can use, but not everybody's going to have apple cider vinegar, cleaning vinegar, or dishwashing. Of course, most everybody has dishwashing liquid, but you can use these chemicals and mix them in the right proportions, and you can pretty much make a calcium line remover. Although I'll be honest with you, I have not seen these chemicals together actually remove rust that well. But you can mix them up, and there's videos out there on how to use these chemicals at home if that's what you'd rather do. But I've honestly just found that, like I said, especially ZEP, calcium line remover, the concentrated form. I mean, because if you've got a really bad stain, you can actually use it on the toughest things. But like I said, I usually mix about 75% ZEP to 25% water and put it in a spray bottle, and that seems to work really well. Now for this video, I let one of my bathrooms, I didn't scrub the shower for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks, just so the water spots would get bad. You can see the water spots in the hard water spots in the track real bad, and I'll focus in here on the gloss, or what is left of the gloss in the fiberglass tub, and you can see, and that's not the design of the life. That's actually the water spot, hard water spots on the shower itself. Using a spray bottle is the best way to, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to apply the calcium line remover on your shower and stuff in all the areas. However, just to take note, if you'd want to probably wear a mask because the stuff is pretty stout. Actually, anytime you spray a chemical, you want to wear a mask. But just be warned, if you're going to do it or get in the shower and spray this, wear a mask. Of course, I've got the exhaust fan on, so it's pulling a lot of the vapors out. But if you don't really feel comfortable about spraying it, or you're worried about, your skin, your lungs, your eyes, because I would recommend wearing gloves. I've been a mechanic my whole life, so this doesn't bother me. But it might be worth just getting a rag and soaking it into the CLR mix and wiping it down. And of course, after I get done spraying everything, I'll just use Ajax. You can use Clorox or whatever, and then use a scrub brush and go at it and do your regular cleaning. Even though the shower one doesn't look that dirty, you can see that it's dirty in some of the jets, but it's actually mostly the buildup was inside the thing, so it was spraying real hard and spraying different directions. It wasn't pulsing, and when you would go and try to slide the adjustment, you can see that it's got a little lever there. When you hit it, it would stick and click real hard and stuff. I could have taken the wand and then just left it on the hose, but I felt it better to put it in a bag, and what I did is I poured my ZEP at the very top opening where the hose connects to. That way the whole wand was full of calcium line remover, and that way it also would clean out the screen inside. Most of them have them. Now the wand looks cleaner, and on top of that, when you go to make the adjustments on the selection, it's smooth. Since I'm in the shower, I'm going to go ahead and fill up a bag full of calcium line remover, and just kind of using a rubber band, just shove it up there and make sure that it's all getting into the inner workings of the water spigot, so that way, and I kind of work the lever, that way it gets it into it to help clean any kind of deposits out. And the end result is it works smooth. This kitchen faucet with removable nozzle, you can see all the deposits built up on the head of it, and it makes it spray crazy. Now here, I'll show you how it sprays it. You turn the water on and put it on spray, you can see that all the little streams are all in different directions. I even got one running off to the side. So if you're using it, it'll spray off on the counter and on the sink and everywhere else, making a big mess. You can see when you remove the nozzle that there's a screen in the hose, so I'll have to take that out. Well, actually, it won't come out too easily, so I'm just going to submerge it in the CLR. Here I'm just using a bag, but you can use a pickle jar, or jar, a cup, anything you want to put it in, just in that way, submerge it, and stick it in there for about 10-15 minutes. I figure while I was letting the kitchen sink nozzle soak, I thought I'd go ahead and pull the bathroom aerators off as well and put them in a bag. You can like set a jar and let them also soak for about 15 minutes to clean them up. While I'm in the kitchen sink, you can notice that all those streaks and spots from the hard water, I've scrubbed this with Ajax, Barkeeper's Friends, dishwashing liquid, and you can just see it. It's streaked real bad. Nothing gets rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to just go ahead and spray that down or wipe it down with some calcium lime remover. Now, as you can see, after spraying it with the CLR, all I did was spray it on and rinse it off. Now, I mean, I could have rubbed it, which would have worked out a lot better. It would probably help get rid of any other streaks that are in there, but all the spots and streaks are gone. And then now I can clean it with my Barkeeper's Friend or Ajax, whatever I want to use. While we're in the kitchen, let's look at glassware. How many of your glassware has got spots all over like this? I mean, where the hard water just puts water spots in your glass and you can't get rid of it. Some dishwasher soaps and additives are supposed to get rid of this, but this pot was for boiling water for like making coffee or hot chocolate or whatever. And the water vapor and water that splatters up on there is burned in when it's sitting on the eye. So I found that calcium lime remover will get rid of it pretty easy. Another place you wouldn't even really think much about collecting calcium buildup is in your fridge for your water and ice dispenser. The little tray that catches the little spillovers of ice and water and such, it gets nasty looking like this. It's just all that calcium buildup, comes from your water. By just laying there and drying up in the tray, then when it dries, then you have just nothing but calcium and lime buildup.
While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and spray my little pot. And I'm going to go ahead and spray the sides of the sinks. See, that foamed up where it's eating that calcium right off the sides. You just got some great water when it's like that.
Now you can see all that the hard water spots are gone. All I did was spray it down, which you saw me spray. I rinsed it off, and what I did is just took a paper towel and dried the water off so that you can see the clarity of the glass. And that's just from using calcium lime remover and nothing else. I mean, now that I've used it, I would recommend if you use this on your glass for drinking glasses to go ahead and use, stick it in the sink and wash it with regular dishwashing liquid and rinse it out real good. And now that you can see the refrigerator water catch tray that goes in there in the door, it's all good and clean. So no more caked up deposits. So it makes now that little tray look like brand new.
It doesn't hurt to pour some in your tank too. Just pour a lot. Just put a little in there. Let it sit for a little while, and that helps. Of course, this toilet tank stays clean because I keep this stuff poured in, but a lot of times you'll find tanks getting that brown or orange or sometimes white cakey stuff. And CLR will help clean out all the components to keep your valve clean and keep all the passages to the toilet from being rusty and grimy and stuff.
So in conclusion, Zip and CLR, those are probably one of the two best products, but there's plenty of products, and I will put links down in the description, so be sure to look in the description for these products. You can probably buy them at local stores. I get them usually from Amazon. I guess I'm just too lazy to go out and shop. I would recommend doing this as a maintenance thing to your bathrooms and kitchens, anywhere you have water fixtures. Even outside on your faucets can get this calcium buildup, but I would make this a regular maintenance routine, probably about every 2 to 3 months. It really depends on how bad your hard water deposits are. If you have well water, sometimes that's actually even worse. But like in our area, the water is just terrible. So it does about every 2 or 3 months. I just keep everything maintenance and clean with a calcium lime remover. And like I said, it doesn't really matter the brands. I use Zep, like I said, because it's concentrated, and you can mix it with water and get a little bit more mileage out of it, especially if you're using it as much as I do. So anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you liked it, please give me a like and a subscribe, and stick around and wait for the next one. I'm always doing something different and unique.